It is a great day to put some money into the account. So we've got a couple of drops here, two small drops in one day from Pulsz. This is kind of how they do that. So we got 300 right here, we got 205 right here, and let's go ahead and put this in the account. So let's get right into it. All right, let's get the party started here. We're on Pulsz, and we are on the postal request screen always, and I've always got all 4 casinos up because I'm just always getting postal request codes. You just can't have too many of them. It's like being too thin or too rich. There's no such thing. All right, so we have 513 and change going into this, and we have played 0, right? So we've got a totally clean slate. The drops were $505 in total. If you're splitting hairs, the extra few dollars is from logging in every day. That's free money from all 4 casinos. You can do this, so it adds up. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and get going. All right, let's go to casino games, and basically these are our options: Texas Hold'em and Blackjack. So Texas Hold'em, I dig that, and we've had more than our fair share of Blackjack with Chumba. And no matter how many times you click this thing's always going to keep coming up. Yeah, missed out. Yeah, okay, sure. Hey, so before we get started, I want to bring your attention over here. All you got to do is just move your cursor and just touch that, and you will see a list of basically cards in order of what beats what. And you know, one thing I promised in this course is that you don't need to have any knowledge of poker or cards and stuff, and that's true because you have stuff like this. But imagine that you're here because you have at least some sort of idea of how cards work. Most everybody has played a hand of cards in some sort of way, you know, like with your buddies or a drinking game at any rate. And so here you go, and you know, that'll be helpful, and you'll see that these games are highly intuitive. You only have 2 buttons to press. So anyway, let's jump right in. The secret to my success is I crank up the music as loud as possible. How do you turn this down? All right. All right, I hope that will work out on your end. Okay, all right. As I was saying, the secret to my success is betting small. So let's see. So we can hit 1, and I do $1.50. Wow, that really seems like a chicken shit bet. I get that, but Texas Hold'em has a way of adding up. I like this version of Texas Hold'em. Why? Because I'm not playing against like 3 or 4 different people. I'm playing against one other player, the computer, right? And I can minimize my losses and maximize my gains. So what I mean by that is, if I think I've got something strong, I can keep betting. If I think I've got something weak, I can just stop and cut my losses at $1.50. Pretty cool, right? So right here, I've got 2 options: call or fold. And at this point, I always move forward. See that $1.50? It's now a $4.50 bet now. You see how it adds up in a hurry? And I've got 1 pair. All right, so yeah, I'll bet a little on that, but I'm not going to bet the farm. So I'm going to go ahead and check. There's the button is. There's only 2 freaking buttons. Come on, Scotty. See, so I lost. Johnny Ringo over here. I always think of Tombstone when I play this game, and I call my opponent Johnny Ringo. So he got me there. All right, cool. All right. So we always call, and not cooking with too much. I'm not gonna bet on that. I'm just gonna check it on out. And you know, every now and again you get lucky. Johnny Ringo got another straight, man. All right. So what we'll be able to do in a little bit is we'll be able to check and see. Oh, that's nice. Pocket queens there. I believe that's the terminology when you get something like that. So I feel confident enough to bet a little more on that. And now, thanks to sharing the handout here, I have 2 pairs. Johnny Ringo has 1. Yeah. Come on now. All right, so just for kicks, real quick, I will go back and see what our monies are like. So we go over here. Do you see this little tabby thing? So we can do that. And so 10 bucks. Okay, I can't move in like my arrow thing. But so as you can see, we're sort of converting these sweeps coins into redeemable. So available to redeem 10 bucks. And you cannot do that until it hits 100, by the way. Nevertheless, just want to see how it works. So whenever you play with the money, you can then redeem it if you tie or win. If you lose it, you lose it. So that's all. All right, we're going to call. All right, we're in it for 3, and we've got a high card. I'm not too excited about that, so I'm just going to check it. And I'm just going to check it. All right, fine. I'd really like for you to see me win to inspire you. But I tell you, whether I win or lose, I'm still going to win. That really sounds cocky. I get that. The point is I'm not going to lose too much if I lose, quote unquote. I wish you could kind of see me. All right, so we've got a pair, but Johnny Ringo also has this pair. And so I'm just going to check it. I'm just going to check it. All right. And of course, you can kind of keep an eye on what the general cash is right here, but don't confuse that with redeemable cash. I'll play a couple more hands, and then I will sort of move the video forward, not to bore you to tears. So 1 pair, 2 kings. Well, Johnny Ringo has those kings as well. If you're not familiar with Texas Hold'em, if you are familiar with Texas Hold'em, you're pulling your hair out, I imagine. Sorry. But you might be pretty stoked to see this version of Texas Hold'em because nobody is betting you out of the game during these phases of Texas Hold'em, which I find really appealing. All right, we always call. Ace is a nice thing to have. We got a pair, and I've got ace high. So you know what? I am going to go ahead and put a little bit on that. Actually, I forgot to. I hit the wrong button, didn't I? Yep. Still lost. Man. All right, one more, and then I'll cut you loose, and I'll catch up with you upon the first redemption. All right, just don't really have anything cooking here. So, as you can see, I checked that, and I'm going to check it again. Okay, all right, I will see you upon the next redemption, and cross your fingers, see if I can hit a winning streak here, for crying out loud. Okay, by the way, before I fast forward, let's take a peek at how we're doing. So available to redeem, 15 bucks. And we're a little bit down there overall, 489. But as you can hear in my voice, am I worked up about it? No. Now, if I plunk down $515, would I be worked up? I'd be a little concerned, sure. But we're in it for, just for simple math, $500 divided by 5 is $100. So, yeah, I've got $100 in this almost 500 right here. So I'm not concerned. No biggie. All right, I'll see you here in just a second. All right, we've been playing for a while, and looky here, we're about where we started. Check that out, 513 bucks. Come over here to our little tabby thing, and we're going to come over here to this little button right here, and wow, I kind of let things get going for a bit too long. You see available to redeem, $175.50. Well, I've gone way past over my 100. I like to redeem as soon as I hit 100. And so anyway, let's get that going right now. Pull that off the table. Rat hole these monies, 175 and 50 cents. Don't want to forget about that. Confirm. And there we go. Get in my account. Thank you very much. All right. And of course, that's not going to happen right here at this moment. Cool. All right, here we go. It's reset, and let's jump right back in. Play a little more. I wish you could have seen me win a little bit, but I did. Obviously, I got right back up to about where we started. Okay, and that's naturally going to reset. And back to the old $1.50 there. The secret to my success: betting small consistently, over and over and over. And you know, when the pots and stuff get bigger, it's kind of organic. It just naturally happens. If I start out of the gate with big stuff, it could get out of control if I lose. You know, I'm just a very conservative player in this thing because I'm not a gambler. I'm trying to convert these things called sweeps coins into money, into US dollars. In my case, I'm in America. I don't want to not include our Canadian friends. Same deal for you, though. You get it. All right, cool. Queen and a 3. We always keep going. I do anyway. And hey, cool. We got a pair right off the bat there. And somewhere along the line, it reset here while I was jabbering. Still got a pair. I'm not going to go any further with that. If I had a pair of jacks, I'd probably bet one more time. But again, I'm conservative, so hey, it was enough to win the pot thingy. All right, cool. Replay that. And of course, you know, again with the being highly intuitive, it tells you, it gives you hints right here. It tells you kind of where you stand. And then, of course, you can look here, have anything out there that's going to work. Nah. Just going to check that. I'm going to check it again. All right. And then replay. Jack and a 2. I always proceed. You know what? Just since it's just us girls talking here, let's see, one pair. What do we have? I've got a pair of jacks, so yes, I'll put a little on that. And gosh, 10. We almost got a straight, don't we? Nah, kinda. Well, anyway, I'm just gonna check. Yeah, when in doubt, check. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so just chit-chatting. I've never had this happen before, but I lost. I wish I could move my mouse. Do you see? All right, look right below royal flush, straight flush, car, which means 4 of a kind. I had a full house and lost to a 4 of a kind. First time ever. Never had that happen before. The full house is a pretty confident thing to have. The whole point of that is it'll tell you got a full house and you can come over here and check. Well, that's pretty darn high. That's a pretty good thing to have, but there's always something better. And of course you get paid, if you win with these things, you get paid a little, proportionately here. Well, that's not a really good example. It says 1 to 1 to 1 to 1. Lose focus. 2 and a jack. All right, it got a pair of 7s. Okay, I don't have anything to jive with that. Oh, you know what? Now I remember. All right, just keep going. Oh, and I still lost that. Look at that. Look at that. Stinkers. I was gonna say I've had remarkable luck when being dealt a 2 and a 4 for some reason. Like you'd think you'd look at that and be like, oh, that's a horrible hand. For some reason, you'll notice these little patterns the more you play that, wow, why is this crappy hand turning out for me really well? It usually does. All right, 6 and a queen. I got a pair of 6s, so cool. I'll put coin on that. And that's about it. You know what? I'm gonna hit it again. Shoot. Well, my thinking was that if I had a pair of something, it's one of the higher things out here. Wish I could give you really cooler examples of me being awesome. 9 and a king. All right, so I got a pair of kings, so I feel confident with that. and a king's pretty darn high. This is what you call subjective, not objective. This is just sort of like my gut feeling. It's not really rules based. It's kind of odds, and it worked out for me there. All right, play it again, Sam. Oh my gosh, 2 and a 4. All right. Now that doesn't mean I just go bet the farm each time, and I'm not lining up with anything out there. So you know what? I'm just gonna bet 1. Crap. All right, this probably ain't gonna turn out too well for me. Oh, I got a pair though. Did you see that? I got a pair. His pair, Johnny Ringo's pair, was better, and I'm not telling you go nuts when you have 2s and 4s. It's just weird patterns that I've seen on my end. All right, I'm going to play one more. I'm getting a little long-winded here, and we'll check the balance. All right, don't have anything working out there, so I'm just going to check it. Just going to check it. And I got lucky. Everything was out here. I had a little something better back here. Even Johnny Ringo had 2 pairs. All right, cool. So I'm going to get out of full screen. We're going to come over here and 31.50. Yeah, not anywhere close to redeeming, but you got to check on it, see where you're at. All right, so I'm going to, actually this would be a good spot to sort of let you go, and I'll check back in with you here. Let's see. I'll play this hand with you. My objective is I want to educate you but not bore you to death, because we need to get you out there writing sweepstakes so you can get to this point. Got nothing really, because the irony of this, we're going to check that. The irony of all this is where you spend the least amount of your time doing, playing the games. The majority of your time is spent writing the sweepstakes so you can get here. If you're spending all your time here, it is time misspent, and you're going to go broke, because that's what the casinos want you to do. All right, enough of my ranting, and I'm going to pause this, and I'll see you in a second. All righty, let's pop over here and see how we're doing. So look here, you see available to redeem 121.50. So I kind of overshot it a little bit, but not as bad as the first redemption. So we're going to go ahead and redeem. Pull that off the table here. Redeem cash prize is what we want. And 121.50. And then after this, what we'll do is we'll switch gears and we'll play the blackjack game. All right, casino games. I should have told you what I just clicked back there, but obviously it really doesn't matter. It's just crap to click to move forward. All right, so the way I've got this is basically set up from the last time I played a million years ago. Well, probably a week or 2 ago. Let's see. I'm going to set it up from scratch to show you how I do it. What I do is, so you can play 3 hands, and I wish I would have looked at what I did, but I sort of mix it up. Let's see. I put, say, okay, you know what? All right, we put 2 on that one. Right here, we put, I like to put, say, 3 on that. Of course, let's try that one more time. All right, so 2 here, 3 here, and dang it, I did not want that. All right, we can do this, Scott. All right, I like to do 3 here, 2 here, 1 here. Thank you. Come on. Again, small little things, and I'm just sort of spreading it around. Anyway. All right. So right here again, we've got our trusty blackjack thingamabob, right? All right. Now we did a good deal of this on Chumba, so I'm going to try not to bore you to death on that, but I still need it. You know, I don't have this thing memorized, but I've got it mostly memorized. Where is Pulsz here? All right, so by the way, splitting 3s into a 10. Let's see. Should have been looking for that split. No, we just hit that, which, you know, I love splitting. Everybody loves splitting, but we don't split. We follow the sheet. 16 into a 10. That's my least favorite scenario. You got to hit. 19, and we stand. We know that. 15 into a 10, we hit. 18, we stand. 13 into a 10, we hit. And with 20, we stand. Now, if you've skipped ahead and you're like, okay, so cool, I got all these. So if you haven't seen the first the Chumba redemption, where I pretty much use this thing almost, you know, a whole lot. Here's your strategy. This is the part where I basically sold you on the course, saying, hey, all of our decisions have been made. All we do is follow a chart, because for the most part, you know, we're playing blackjack, and this is the secret to blackjack. It's just very mechanical. Dealer has, you know, this, I have this, therefore we do that, you know. Excuse me, dealer has this, but you know what I mean. All right, let's get back here and win some more, okay? So respin, you know, that way we don't have to reset these boogers like it took me forever on the first time. Hey, look, I got blackjack right out of the gate. 12 into a 6. That's on that dividing line here. 12 into a 6. You'll notice this consistently right here. 6 and 7 is where things sort of split from stand to hit over and over again. You'll see that a lot. All right, but I know that we stand. I just have that memorized, and because that's a tricky one. You know, you don't really know where to go. It's kind of like that 16 and a 10. Your intuition tells me to stand on that. All right, 19 and a 6, we stand. So we won 2 out of 3. You see, that's why I kind of like to spread it around like that. All right, got 16 into a 2. Basically, you always hold on 2s. All right, 16 and 2. Stand. Whenever you always split aces. That's an easy one to remember there. On splitting aces, you see that? So let's split them. Oh, that's nice. And 20, that's a stander for sure. All right, so we got a lot of that. Lost this one. Okay, but that's how we play small and spread it out, and helps us come out on top in the end. All right. These are nice little hands. 11, we double. 11 to 2, just in case. Here, I'll show you. This is one of those almost like split aces always. 11s, you pretty much always double, except for when you hit an ace there. I hope this is helping. If you already know this, you're pulling your hair out. I'm sorry. All right, double. Nice. 7 to 2, we're going to hit that. We just hit that. 17, we chill. We stand. All right, and hopefully the dealer drops a million cards and busts, but that was not the case. Again, we got 2 out of 3, but we still won, because a tie means we keep this, you know, because we played it. You see here? Matter of fact, let's check and see how we're doing. See, 48 bucks. That happened quick right there. Sure did. All right, let's get back and play a little more. Respin that. All right, 14 versus a 10. We hit that. We busted. We were due. Splitting 2s into a 10. I believe that's a hit, just from memory, but just to show you, because not every split you split. You know, 2s into a 10. Yes, see, that's a hit. Unfortunately, splitting's fun. I know it, but you gotta follow the sheet. Soft 15 into a 10. Okay, let's see. Do that. That was nice. And 19, and we're going to stand. Nice. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Man, blackjack's being good to us today. It's not always like this. Soft 13 into a 5. That might be a double. It's definitely a hit, but let me check on that. That is a double. The memory's not totally gone. I'm kind of a nerd and I made flashcards just for kicks, so I wouldn't have to keep going back and forth. All right, 8 into a 5. We're going to hit that. 14 into a 5, we're going to stand. I do know that much. All right. Oh no. Well, we won 1 out of 3 there. $19, stand. 19, stand. 10 into a 9, we're gonna. Wait, we might double that. Let's see here. 10 into a 9 is a double. All right. Good odds. Boom. Thank you very much. Let's see how we're doing. 79 bucks. Okay. Respin. 9 into a 7. That's a hit, I'm pretty sure. It might be a double. It's close to double territory. You see there? 9 into a 7. It's just a hit. 16 into a 7, we hit, and 17 we stand, 19 we stand, 18 we stand. And the way I see it, we won all 3 because I get to keep that big fat dollar right there. Ain't nothing wrong with tying because it means you keep it. You redeem that. All right, 10 into a 9. Crap, I already forgot. Do we double or not? 10 into a 9. Yeah, we do. Ooh. 13 into a 9. We hit that. 15 into a 9. We still hit that. 20. We stand. 12 into a 9. We hit that. Busted. All right. Soft 17 into a 7. That might be a double. Soft 17 into a 7. Nope, that's a hitter. 16 into a 7. We hit. That's another good thing about this. Like if I were in a live situation, the soft stuff really throws me off. I don't know when it becomes hard. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm not a gambler. I've never even played at a real table. 16 into a 7, I do know that we hit. And we busted. It happens. 13 into a 7, we hit. And we busted. 20, we stand. Well, at least I keep it. All right, 14 into a 2, we stand. Basically, when dealer has 2, you just chill out. Unless you have 11, then you double. Oh, bummer. Usually that's a good sign for you when the dealer has 2. But nothing is 100%. That is life. We're just going with possibilities and probabilities. There are no certainties. 13 to a 10 is a hit. There you go, memory. Come on. 14 into a 10 is a hit. Ah, darn it. We busted. Okay, 17, stand. 17, stand. Oh, bummer. Okay, they got me. Let's check on the balance, by the way, see how we're doing. 98 bucks, almost there. Okay. Respin. 12 into a 2. That is actually a hitter. Just a reminder here. That little area of hit. Okay, yeah, so you get that. 12 into a 2, we hit. 13 into a 2. Well, 13 into a 2, we actually stand. 15 into a 2, we stand. 12 into a 2, we actually hit. We know this man. And we're going to stand on a 15, and we hope the dealer goes bust. Bust, bust. Nope. Rats. That stinks, man. Alright, soft 14 into an 8. I'm just checking to see if we double. Soft 14 into an 8. No, that's just a regular old hit. 13 into an 8. We know that's a hit. Dang it. 7 into an 8. We're going to hit. 11 into an 8. We cannot double in this scenario, but we know to hit. 20, we're going to stand. 20, we're going to stand. Alright, I should cross that threshold now into the 100 area. There you go, 108 bucks. Let's pull that off. Let's see. Crap. So if I pull that 100 bucks off, I will have 91 left. And so my trepidation is we need, in order to redeem, we must have $100. So I'm always, when I'm playing, I'm always keeping the last redemption in mind, knowing that barrier, that $100 barrier with Pulsz and Chumba. So with the other two casinos that we discussed, that barrier is 50 bucks. So that's a little sweeter and more forgiving. So what I'm going to need to do right here is just keep playing. So what I'll do is I will check in with you here towards the end rather than bore you to death, because I think you've got a pretty good grasp on this. Okay, so no sooner than I just pause, I'm back, literally like 3 seconds later, because we have this situation right here. When the dealer shows an ace, it offers you, do you want to buy insurance? And I always say no, and it's been sometimes to my detriment, because there are rules on buying insurance. And you know what? I've been doing this for over a year now, and I haven't even went to go look them up. I should have rules, a rule-based plan for the insurance option, and I just haven't. And I encourage you to, and maybe at some point here soon I will, because it's just like this chart. There are rules of should you buy insurance or not, and what odds will be in your favor mostly. And you know what? I almost feel like I'm lying down on the job by not showing that to you. I just always say no. I think one of the keys in life is to have your decisions already made for you. That's why this is so wonderful for us. All right, so 12 into an ace, we hit that. And 16 into an ace, we hit that. 17, we chill. 20, we chill. 17, we chill. Sure would be swell. All right, you know what? The way I see it, I won all of these because I get to keep that. Yes, indeedy. All right, I'll see you in a little bit. All right, we're getting pretty close here to the end. All right, so 11 and 7. Practically double and everything went 11. 17, we're going to stand. 14, we're going to hit. 19 there, we're going to stand. And, well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Let's see how we're shaping up. Got $2.60 left to play. All right, one more hand. Let's go. Here we go. Insurance. Insurance. Oh, come on. Please work for me. Boo. I hate to go out like that. That just hurts my feelings. But you know what? I'm glad in a way, because you need to know the realness, and we don't always win. It's a plan. It's a strategy to bring the money home. All right. But the whole point is we're at 0 and we stop playing. And we'll have a pretty good sense of the total numbers here shortly. All right, we have redeemed all we can redeem. No, I don't want to buy your stuff. All right, and so here we go. So we add these up here. All right, so let's see how exactly the dust settled here. We came in with $505. Nice. and we went out with $502.60. I added all this up, and that is what we get. Cool. Now, what I like to do is put these in little folders. Boom. And then I keep them in a big folder. And then I got this little sheet called the numbers. I've never done an Excel spreadsheet. I guess this is the redneck Excel spreadsheet. So at any rate, we are in the Pulsz column for my record keeping here, and we are consistently multiplying our money, quadrupling it quite a bit, quintupling it quite a bit. We got a sixer right there, sweet. And come on down. So today, we almost got to keep every bit of that. 4.9x, pretty sweet. All right, so if you recall, we got 505 in sweeps coins drops. Add a couple bucks. It was like somewhere we started about 513. Grateful to have it, but we're bringing in $500 today because of $101. That's the crux of it. Over and over. Multiplication. Over and over, from writing out pieces of paper and sending them off. Never gets old. I love it, and I hope you will love it as well. I know you will love it. The key is getting to work and filling out those forms consistently and sending them off. All right, so that wraps up this video with Pulsz. Psych, this video isn't over. So it's literally the next day, and Pulsz has dropped yet another 160 bucks in on me. Boo-hoo. A lot of people would like to have this problem. I get that. It's kind of annoying for record keeping, but what they do is they sort of spread their drops like that a little bit, sometimes over a couple days. But at any rate, so that's cool. You know, like I said, boo-hoo, a lot of people like to have this problem. Now, wanted to show you this thing right here. So, you know, obviously that's still true, but I wanted to show you this that really might help you out on that last redemption. So with Chumba and Pulsz, we can cancel our redemptions. So if you kind of get in a tricky spot on that last redemption and you see, oh crap, I'm not going to be able to, you know, to meet that $100 minimum threshold to be able to pull all of your money off of the table, you can just cancel it. I'm not going to cancel it because I'm sitting pretty right now, but I needed you to know this, that you can cancel it, and what it will do is it'll redistribute your sweeps coins, you know, back in the kitty where they're supposed to be, and, you know, they'll set up, you know, appropriately from available to unplayed, all that good stuff. No big deal. I just wanted you to feel safe in being able to. You do see how I did that, by the way. You hit redeem and it'll show you, you know, kind of where you're at. Obviously, this is not in my bank account yet. I can cancel this, and just wanted you to know that if you get in a spot on your last redemption with that $100 minimum threshold deal. Okay, this is the end of the video for reals. Thanks, bye.